Hello everyone, how's it going? My name's Pickle and welcome back to Satisfactory, where today we are working on something a little bit different. I want to try and build ourselves a proper dimensional depot. I have had a very temporary setup for the last 350 hours, so I thought, you know what, it's about time that I actually get myself a nice depot. Of course, preferably after I make my concrete factory, for example. I shouldn't need a concrete dimensional depot here, but as of right now, we haven't really got too many factories all over the place producing items that I need, so a dimensional depot room is the easiest way to solve that problem. Basically, I manually load up the resources that I need into my depots, and it does the work for me. It's fantastic. Also, today we are going to be working a little bit more on our rocket-fueled factory, and I have got a couple of things planned for that. Oh wow! Told you with the sub. Wow, straight in with the first subscriber of the day. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. So, I want to try and get all of our fuel fully done today for our rocket fuel, which would be a fantastic good bit of progress over the last couple of days. So, without any further ado, let's exit the cinematic shots, let's get into the gameplay, and let's instantly remove that, which was only there for the cinematic intro. Let's select you and you. And throughout the stream, by the way, as you might have noticed, we have got the MAM setup. That is because I do want to try and actually research or scan a few more of these hard drives. I've done a couple off camera, we've got a few saved up, and we'll be checking in on it in maybe half an hour or so, just to see how many of them we actually have. Welcome Vinod, first one in today. Hope that you're doing good. Welcome Sam, hope that you're doing good as well, welcome. So what I want to try and do here is grab our industrial storage containers and place them pretty much right here. I think that'll be fine. The only problem is there isn't really too much room back here. But can I maybe fit this in? Oh, actually I can. That's not too bad at all then. Okay, great. So what I want to try and do here is have one of these industrial storage containers, zoop that all the way down there, then mimic it there on that side. And then over here, we are then going to have a dimensional depot. But since I now know that we can quite easily fit all of this in, I'm going to try and see if I can make this look quite interesting. I was going to use the word nice. That's unlikely. Let's see, you never know, you never know. If I was to plop people in there and do that. Now, what if I was to go to our foundations? Because this is the design that I was going to go with over on the other side, but the reason why I'm skeptical about it now is because, as you can see, I just don't think it's going to work for what I want it to be. I still want to... I still want to try it, though. Time for some pickling. Yes, it is time for the pickle. Absolutely. If I was to move you here... let's see. Because preferably, I do want you to be as far in as you can be. Reason for that is because if I'm actually, I can reach that. Interesting, I can actually reach that. Okay. Then what I was going to do, again, I'm unsure about this. That's kind of the reason why I'm streaming this, so we can just come up with a couple of interesting designs and see how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm unsure on the length of today's stream, by the way, because I am quite busy Wednesday evenings. So we are going to see how it's going to go. Hopefully everything should be grand. So that was the design that I had in mind. I can probably nudge you a little bit further to the left if needs be. Then what I could do is go into organization here and select one of these signs. Preferably display. I don't like that gap, but if I do a little half nudge. It's perfect. Layouts. I like this. We're going to go with... What color should we go with? I don't think it would massively matter, if I'm completely honest. The background could just be black. This color here, we could do our standard orange there. How is this going to look? It's going to look quite bright. If I was to change you to matte, I do prefer that, then lower you down to 1. I think that's what we're going to end up going with. The complexity jump from phase 2 to phase 3 is a... Oh yeah. Any tips? Take it slow. Definitely take it slow. Rather than, for example, in the very top right, it says to craft, let's say, nuclear pasta, for example. Actually, that's for phase 4, but whatever item it's going to be for you. Rather than immediately trying to unlock that, just see what else there is to unlock in the hub and go from there. Try and do it one step at a time rather than one massive leap. to trying to complete those phase 3 parts. Because odds are it is going to be very overwhelming. So do take your time. Explore the hub a little bit. See what's new. See what you've unlocked. And just go from there. Okay, that's the sort of design that I want to try and go with here. I should have copied it across. Yeah, nice. Just making sure. Okay. We can definitely try and move this over here a little bit, can't we? Absolutely we can. Not by a massive amount, but hey, a little bit of an amount is still a pretty good amount to me. We go... I don't mind that, the way it just juts out of this. I think it's quite cool. Because the thing is, if I was to build it here in the middle, I could go with some interesting designs, which could look a bit nicer. It then means that I might not be able to build as many. Honestly, is that going to be a problem? Maybe. Nah. Yeah. It's fine. I'm going to end up going with this, I think. That. Because the reason as to why I've actually moved it back here now is because we can just make this look a little bit nicer. I suppose since this is going to be here for a while, we might as well try and make it look decent. You lined up? Apparently no. But you are, so okay. That's in the middle. Yep, you lined up. No. Now it's snapping to each other. This is a little bit better. I don't know what to do here for this last one. There isn't really enough room. We'll leave that empty for now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then what I could honestly do is do the exact same down there. How far forward? So you're pretty close, I'd say. Yeah, you are actually rather close. If I was to go with that, I think that is pretty good. There we go. Is it all facing the right direction too, which is nice? I don't know if that one was right. No. I felt it when I placed it down there. The most annoying thing is you having to tear down your phase 2 factory and rebuilding and handling all the logistics. That can be quite annoying. What I've done over here, for example, because this is my starter factory, everything here was designed for phase 1 and a little bit of phase 2. However, having said that, what I've done here, for example, is when I've unlocked Mark II miners, and I've actually unlocked Mark III now, but I've upgraded the miner, and rather than getting rid of everything I've done, I've kept it the exact same. All I've done is I've added a splitter. So let's say this was only handling 60 items, I'm pretty sure this is 120, but let's just say it was 60, right? It was 60 items, but now it can handle 300 iron ore per minute. I jot that over there, which now means that you can now handle 240 and everything here is the exact same. So that then stops me from tearing everything down, because everything here, again, this is all phase 1, some phase 2 stuff, and I haven't torn any of it down because it's still producing everything that I need it to produce. So I do recommend definitely always upgrade your miners. It's the very first thing I recommend that anyone does. Upgrade your miners and try and upgrade your conveyor belts. Because that then means that you're just able to get far more resources per node rather than having to go out, let's say, to over here to grab a bunch more iron. All you have to do is just upgrade that and, well, you're done. If that requires you to handcraft some of these items, for example, the encased industrial beams, you might not have any of them, just handcraft a few of them if you can. It is a good bit of advice that I can give, if I'm honest. You're going to add the wall into here. Just like so. Don't know what to do there, so I'm going to add a wall here regardless. Oh. There we go. Great, now when it comes to this, just zoop that back over here. You would have planned ahead? Yeah, I mean, it's your very first playthrough. That's the difference between your very first playthrough and, again, someone like myself who's played this game for too long. But even I make the occasional error. Well, I don't plan far enough ahead. I mean, that's completely normal. There we go. Oh. Oh, you're doing that. Okay. So we can get rid of that to begin with. Fantastic. I would then like to add in this concrete foundation right on top of her. If I can, which apparently I can't. I don't agree to that. There. We can then place another row of these above here as well. Industrial storage containers. Yeah, how's everyone doing in the chat today? Hope everyone's doing good. It is a Wednesday, so we're halfway through the week. Hope everyone's having a nice week so far. And just to confirm my stream schedule, by the way, I'm not going to be here from Saturday onwards to around the middle of February. I've got one video ready. I've got a few shorts videos that I'll be releasing. I don't think they'll be Satisfactory related. I just haven't got anything to make a Satisfactory-wise of a shorts video. But yeah, that appears to be the new schedule. Actually, I quite like this. It's such a basic design, but you know what? It works, so I'm fine with it. And when it comes to this, I'm thinking glass here could look quite nice. Obviously, changing this very quickly to... That's lovely. And since I'm going a bit over the top anyway, can I add these in? I can, but you can't see it, so there's literally no point me doing that. Yeah, let's go with this. This adds nothing, but to me it adds something. That's good enough to me. It's been good preparing for a week at uni. Oh, fun. Yeah, that's what I'm preparing for now as well. The funny thing is, I've already started one of my assignments that's due in at the end of March. But I thought, you know what, I've got nothing better to do in my time. Well, again, I could record Satisfactory videos, but... yeah. Brilliant. I can get rid of you now. So. This is fine. You're all going to be concrete here. And probably most of you as well is going to be concrete. So I'm definitely going to need a second layer here. Minimum 2 layers. Regarding our dimensional depots, actually, how many Mercer spheres have we got? 51. Okay, right. Wow, damn. That's not too bad going. I didn't realize I had that much. That's good, yeah. Okay, that will get us through. I'm going to try and plop you down there. Don't worry too much about the design here in the back. I'll come up with something. I don't know what. I haven't got a clue. But no, I will come up with something. Even just leaving it like this. That looks interesting. Of course, I might have to tweak it a little bit. Maybe add in a couple of... Oh. These. Boom. Yeah, we'll think of something. But I think that would look quite nice. Maybe paint it a slightly darker color. That would look quite sick. Did that scan? Okay, yeah. 10 minutes more to go on that. Let's stick with this, I think. Are you definitely built in the right location? No, you're actually one too far forwards. Okay. So, like that, I suppose. Yeah. Right. 0 assignments and it's all... Oh. I was going to say lucky until I read the second part of that sentence. Unless you like tests. I don't know. Some people might like them. Yeah, okay. Apparently this is all correct. You can tell I'm definitely second guessing if this is right, but apparently it is. I will check on this side. Maybe not. No, that definitely is correct. Okay. Yeah, look at those ladders. Fantastic. But then do the exact same thing here now as well. Where these should line up. Indeed they do. You don't though, so let's do that. Okay. We'll trust the process. We'll trust it. Doing alright. I'm glad to hear that, Vinod. So I am going to try and aim for a 2-hour stream today. We'll see how things go. Again, that's why I started today's stream quite a bit earlier than what I usually do. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. Can you slot in like that? You actually can. Wow. Something actually worked first try? What? That's not supposed to happen. Have I broken the matrix? I clicked something and it worked. This is insane stuff. You only hear about this sort of things in movies. Yeah, there we go. And same thing here now with the tops of this. GP down to there. Same thing there, and then same thing here. Again, don't worry too much about the whole decoration thing. We'll think of something. If it looks incredibly dreadful, then we'll come up with something. But as of right now, it looks fine. I might honestly replace you. Is this going to be facing the right way? Ooh, wow. Disbelief of the highest proportions. I should have probably done the wall before I did this part. Actually, no, I can slot it in. I thought there for a second this might be quite complex to try and do, but no, it's actually alright. You're already done there. Brilliant. Okay. Sign-wise, I will copy you guys across. Obviously, not all of these storage containers are going to be just for concrete. A lot of them will be, but not all of them. You were supposed to go up. I was watching a TV program last night, actually. It's called Celebrity SAS. And it's actually quite good fun. There's a new season that came out on the 4th of January. The only problem is it's locked behind a paywall after the first 2 episodes, which is kind of annoying because it's... I very rarely find TV shows I like. Very, very rarely. And now just having the one show that I've enjoyed recently being locked behind a paywall, it's quite annoying. I'm literally having to force myself to watch Game of Thrones now. Even though I know that's locked behind a paywall, but I'm already subscribed to that paywall. Okay, so that's the very first step done. Again, I'll design it to make it look a bit nicer later on, and... Wait. Do you actually just... No, okay, you are a bit too low. I wasn't designing that to actually have that line up with that, so that's completely fine. We'll leave it like this for now, then. It's a reality TV show, yeah. So it's a bunch of SAS guys, ex-SAS, teach these celebrities just a bunch of things that they do in SAS. And it's good fun. Like, it makes for good TV. Welcome, Jason. How's it going, man? It has been far too long. Hope that you're doing good. I'm still alive, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately. Yeah, how are you? You've just tuned into me making dimensional depots. I know, that's what everyone watches for. Oh dear. Look at all this concrete we've got backed up, by the way. I haven't checked on this in a while, and as you can see, it's backed up instantly. It's good though. We actually want more concrete. This is fantastic. Weather has been really weird here recently. It's cold constantly. It's just freezing. Although saying that, I'm not a very big fan of summer either. So we'll see how summer goes. Oh, this is riveting gameplay. Yeah. I mean, are you not entertained? This is peak entertainment. Okay, you're all coming from here, aren't you? Yes, I see. I see what's happening here. On holidays from work, so playing Star Wars Outlaws currently. Oh, nice. How you been? I'm alright. I'm fine. I had to think about that one there for a second. I think I'm okay. Yeah, just living. Trying to live, at least. Yeah, it's alright. Okay, let me just try and empty all the concrete out from here now as well. I've still got summer sleeps in a couple of these, don't I? 1, 2... Oh, I've got 3. Okay, that's just a waste of summer sleeps. There we go, good. Yeah, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. You're tolerable. There we go. Nice. To be backed up? Yes, it is good, yeah. That's the reason why I didn't sync any of it. I wanted it to back up. I can just add it into here. Because as you say, sometimes my blueprints consume a good amount of concrete. Only sometimes. Very rarely. Very, very rarely. Only on days ending with the letter Y. But as you say, it's nice to be prepared. You're wrong. No. Okay, that worked. Spelled it wrong and it still worked. I love this game. Where are you going? Oh, you're going into there, of course, because I did it wrong. Me making a mistake? What? No, we've had this conversation already. We don't make mistakes here on this channel. We don't make mistakes, we make beefsteaks. Ooh, steak. No, it's too early to start thinking about steak. I don't even like steak. Anyway. I feel like I had to let that one out there. I'm not a very big steak fan. Like, I would much rather have a chicken burger over a beef burger. I've never really been into beef. Don't know why. But chicken burgers are lovely. Ooh. Okay, great. So I'm hungry instantly. That didn't take too long. I was expecting it to take at least 5 minutes, but no. Oh, we've been live for 20 minutes. How? Okay. I honestly felt like we started the stream 2 minutes ago. Ooh. Top 15 or bottom 15? Yeah, I don't know. It's never really tickled my taste buds. I think the main reason why is because both my parents have their beef really well done. Like, really well done. Like, not even well done, like, overly well done. And I suppose because of that, I've always experienced beef as being very rubbery. Whereas with chicken, it's just, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough food talk for one day, because otherwise I will, like, start to eat my monitor. I don't think I want too many more depots now filled up with concrete, because I've already got, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 10? As long as I've got 10. Okay, right, yeah, I've already got too much. Whoops, finger slipped. No one saw that. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Ooh, whoops. Okay, fantastic. And also, you've just come back. Isn't that great to see? Oh, okay, nice. Hard drives, boom. Let's also upload a couple of you lot there as well. Thank you. Oh, I've actually got too many fan fluctuators now. That hasn't happened before. The next thing that I want to try and do now, most likely is going to be copper sheets. I need lots of copper sheets. Got 0 there, obviously, because I'm just that good at the game. 0, like, just 0 for everything. Are you kidding me? Not one single copper sheet. That's how you know I'm in desperate need of something. And I'm pretty sure I'm not actually making any. Okay. That's concerning. So let's immediately stop that. Except, no, I won't. I'll stop this. And change all of you guys to copper sheets. Boom. Yeah, that's fine. Boom, boom, boom. Pow. That's going to take quite a long time to fill up in total, but I think it's going to be worth it. Obviously, by the time that I finish today's stream and then do probably tomorrow's stream, that would have already filled up, so it's not going to take that long. It's not the end of the world. Okay. What items should you go to storage and what should just be used for buildings? I store a little bit of everything just in case I need it. I definitely think things like concrete, absolutely store concrete. Especially if you're like me and you use a lot of it. You probably don't need this much, but have like 30,000 stored, which is like that. I do recommend it. I like to always have a little bit of wire and cable stored, and it also depends on what stage of your conveyor belt you're on. So let's say you've got Mark 4s unlocked, which require the encased industrial beams. Have tons of it. But for example, I'm currently on Mark 5s, so I've got... Where is it? Where is it? There we go. My owl-clad aluminium sheets, I've got a bunch of this stored up over here, because this is what I need. Okay, you need to get chucked over here somewhere. Copper sheets anywhere? Wow, 72. Damn. Didn't know we were rich like that. Hold up. Oh no, what's wrong? Sheets. Lovely. Yep, we'll take that there as well. Okay, we've got a good amount stored here. I think all of what I've currently got stored, I'm most likely going to add into 2 dimensional depots. That should be fine. The reason why I wanted to go into 2... Actually, do I? Because it's pipes. Yeah, no, I'll do 2. The thing is, it's one of those where I only actually need copper sheets for Mark 2 and Mark 1 pipes. I don't really use Mark 1 pipes, though. But the reason why I want this to go into 2 dimensional depots, rather than just 1, is because, whenever I do place down pipes, I often end up placing down a lot of pipes, so it's always nice just to have a few stored here. There we go. Then we're going to change you to Le Pipe. It's French for the pipe. No, it's not. You're on your slow PC now? Oh, wow. So, if I'm at Mark 4 belts, there's no need for reinforced plates. Reinforced iron plates are used for quite a few machines. To find out what you can use reinforced iron plates for, select the N button, N for November. Then just type in reinforced iron plates, or just, well, and then it comes up. Then if you scroll down, it shows you what it's used to make if you have the recipe unlocked. If not, you can just search on Google. Then there should be reinforced iron plates that come up on satisfactorywiki.gg. And then shows you everything that is required for the... That then shows you everything that's required for the reinforced iron plates. So, for example, steel frame, crystal oscillators, the rebar gun, chainsaw. So it's used for quite a few things here. So it's up to you. It really is up to you. Okay, you lot's going to be chucked back over here because I don't need you currently, which is fantastic. I'll paint you like that. The next thing that I'm probably going to end up needing is going to be rotors, motors, and some other stuff as well. Plastic. I shouldn't need a dimensional depot for plastic. I'm going to start with these guys then, why not? That'll be for our rotors. Le rotor. Brilliant. And then over here we're then going to go with motors. Select. Have I got much motors here? Really? 0? Oh, also got a ton more of them over here now as well. Okay. That's better. We still need more than that, though. We definitely do need more than that. I don't think I need a second dimensional depot for rotors. If I'm completely honest, I shouldn't need a second one. Because the reason why I've got them, I believe, was for our refineries. Doesn't say. I'm pretty sure it is used for refineries, though. No, fuel generators or blenders? No. So why did I need all that then? Because I remember that I needed a bunch of them. No. Assemblers, I suppose. Well, yeah, I suppose it's good for assemblers, yeah. Why did I need all of you? Foundries? Oh, it was the water extractors. Yes, okay, so they're quite important for water extractors. Same with reinforced iron plates there as well, which speaking of, let's grab some reinforced iron plates. Let's grab some motors here as well whilst we're here. You know what? Oh dear. That's not good. I'm going to need a lot more than just that. I can guarantee that one for a fact. Although I'm pretty sure I've stopped sinking motors over on this side. There's a few things that I've stopped sinking. Yeah. Let's go check it out. First, a quick water break because my voice is already feeling like it's kind of rough today. Okay, we got a good couple thousand in there. That's gonna last us for ages. Computers. Again, a good couple thousand computers. That's fantastic. I am gonna have an additional depot, maybe even an additional 2 depots for computers, but I don't think I'm gonna need that many. So I'm gonna go with 1 depot for motors, 1 depot for computers, and then see where we go from there. You guys are actually fine. So for now, what I'm going to do is just chuck the remainder of you lot here. And computers can go up there. Great. And again, change that. The reason why I'm labeling all of these, by the way, is because if this is fully empty and I don't know what was in here, I wouldn't know what to do. But if I know it's got the computer sign there and this is completely empty like that, I now know, okay, well, you're supposed to have computers. Let me go get some. A little bit easier like that. Did I change the... No. Brilliant. I don't think I did you guys, did I? Oh, I did that one. Didn't do this. Fantastic. Now what is next over here? Yeah, I mean, I suppose I am going to need these. I haven't really got too many of these aluminium casings, but they are still quite nice to have. I should have a few more in here, though. Well, I know I said a few. I was hoping there was a bit more than that, but oh well. So again, casings. Aluminium. 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 Casings. I couldn't really fit the word casings there. Oh dear. Modular frame. No. The one place I couldn't have clicked, and I clicked the blinking sign. What's next? Oh yeah, these guys are important. Absolutely, the aluminium casing. Well, not casings even. Steam sheets. Oh, lads. I shouldn't need more than 2 of these. In theory. Unless I need way more than I think, but I shouldn't need more than that. You like the container design? It's simple, but yeah, exactly. Like, it doesn't have to be beautiful, as long as it just works. I will be doing a bit more decoration, but I just want to make sure everything fits, first of all. And then we can do the whole decoration thing. As of right now, isn't really a top priority. Same with the rocket fuel area as well. I wouldn't mind doing some more decoration. It's just not really a priority. Okay, as we are scanning this, I want to try and see what we've managed to unlock over the last few minutes. So the first thing that we did off camera was coated iron plates. You know what? That's actually really not good for me. Let's not do that. It's not a bad recipe. I just don't like using plastic or rubber when I just don't need to. Then there's fine black powder. I've got to be honest, I don't care for either of these. Like, being genuinely completely honest. I know that we are needing to use our compact core for something. but I don't want to use it for black powder. So let's do a quick rescan. I'm going to say no to both of these. Ooh. Well, definitely a no to that one. I swear we had this yesterday. Or the day before. Radio connection rods. Is that what I want? It's not going to be shown there, of course not. Radio connection rods for the radio control units. I think we saw that somewhere over here, didn't we? Quartz crystals, high-speed connector heat sinks. Quartz crystals, high-speed connectors, and oh, fantastic. That right there is our radio connection unit recipe. Absolutely select that then. Good starts. Let's move on now. How many of these have I actually got? Oh, we've got an entire page. Yes. Absolutely no. I believe no. I don't think I would actually hate myself if I went for this. Pressure conversion cubes, fused modular frame. We've got heavy modular frame, aluminium casing, nitrogen gas. No. Okay, good. We can rescan this one. Bro. It's the exact same as what I just got. Okay. Right. No. No. Do I want... I think actually I do want this, don't I? Let me just see. I think I actually might want this. What's the software you use to model recipes? This is called Myro. I use the free version. I'm not sponsored by them, but they're good, so I like to use them. Compact cord, heavy or residue. Oh, lovely. That's another one of our recipes unlocked now. That is grand. What's next? You lot. And that's the other recipe. That is literally the other one that I needed for this. That is fantastic. We got back to back of the recipes I actually wanted for that. Select reward? Absolutely, I will. Okay, now regarding the whole uranium nuclear stuff, I don't know what I actually want. Turbo pressure motors. We have got turbo motors somewhere. Over here. The Satisfactory modular. Yeah, that's good as well. Yeah. I've never used it, but I've heard good things. Turbo motor. So you require motors, stators, pressure conversion. Okay, I don't think that's the right one. Wait, no. Is it? It is. That's the right one. That is back to back to back recipes that I needed. Can we make it 4 in a row? I literally do not care about you. I don't think. Maybe I do, actually. Smart plating. You're going to be here somewhere, so let's have a very quick gander. We'll have a gander. Use modular frame. No. 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 Okay, well, it must have been somewhere there, then. That's automated wiring. I would have seen it by now if it was there. Okay, that's versatile frameworks, which means that you won't be here either. No. No. Then you won't be there. I think you're on this recipe though, aren't you? There we go, smart plating. Reinforced iron plates, rotors, plastic. Reinforced iron... Whoa. Okay. All the recipes I need. This is why I do things like this. That's funny. That's really funny. I like that. That's a good practical joke. Plutonium fuel units. Am I even? I am making this. Plutonium fuel units. That's the fuel rods. You require the... Because I definitely know what that's called. The encased plutonium cell. I don't think that this is the recipe I'm needing, is it? No. Let's do a very quick rescan then. I don't want that. Don't want that. We'll leave that for now then. You, the instant plutonium cell. Which we were literally right next to just for a second. That requires concrete plutonium pellets? No. Yeah, I don't want that one. Okay, 1 scan remaining. Definitely no. Fertile uranium sounds like the one I wanted. That's uranium nuclear waste, or uranium waste, nitric acid, and sulfuric acid. And that again is for the fertile uranium. Which is this? Non-fissile uranium? Yes. Nitric acid, sulfuric acid, yep. Get inside my inventory. 1 more, okay. No. Yeah. Hey, that's huge. How have I not unlocked that yet? That's like one of my most important recipes in the game, and I haven't actually unlocked that. Wait, that is definitely the right one, isn't it? Coal? Yeah. How the heck have I not unlocked that yet? I'm unlocking, like, non-fissile uranium stuff, and I haven't even got steel ingots, the right ingot recipe. The reason why I recommend that recipe, by the way, is because you essentially get far more steel ingots than if you were to combine iron ore and coal. Instead, it's iron ingots. So you have to make the ore into ingots and coal combined to make the steel ingots. The ratio is just far better. I love it. I'd always recommend using that recipe. Even though you do have to place down more smelters to convert your... Well, it's refineries if you wanted as well to convert your iron ore into iron ingots. It's just better. Right, what's next? You smash computers, smash aluminium casing, modular frames. I probably do want to try and get some more aluminium casings, but that's not a massive task. What's even left here? Oh, right. The remainder of the aluminium casings. Oh, not sheets, sorry. Encase. Industrial beam. Fantastic, chuck that into there. We have got a couple more steel things. I'm not too concerned about that because I'm sinking all my steel stuff. More? I don't need more than that. 2 should be plenty. If I'm completely honest, 2 should be completely fine. Right, I'll chuck you here for now then. What's next? Just a bunch of random steel stuff. Yeah, we can go with that. Why not? Yep. I don't need you. Or that can go. I very rarely use it. Steel beams, on the other hand, I use quite frequently. Let's then put you over to their reinforced iron plates. Have I not got one for reinforced iron plates? No, I suppose not. So I'll chuck you into there. Firstly, starting with this, let's just change you to nice. Steel beam. And with you, you're going to be reinforced iron plates. Pandabidocious. If you have iron pipes, or I bother with steel production, you are going to need steel beams for quite a lot of things. So, even though I would recommend, for example, using iron pipes to make your encased industrial beams, because I believe that completely rules out coal. Let me just double check. This one, yeah. So if you use this recipe right here, for example, if you use iron pipes, you can then just rule out coal completely. I just have iron and limestone. That's quite good. But unfortunately, when it does come to steel beams, you are going to need it for quite a lot of other items. So you still need to make some. Oh, you're done. Brilliant. Got you into there. We've still got 26 more left to go. That's fantastic. Anything else I need for you guys? Anything that's actually a bit empty? Computers. Encasing. Okay. We can grab some computers from over here. Regarding our casings, I don't know if there's much I can do about that. I will very quickly shoot over to my aluminium facility. Anything here from you? Yeah, actually, I do need some things. You guys should be fine. Yeah, you're grand. I will get all of you, though. Why are you at a standstill? Don't know, but you seem to be fine, because nothing here is yellow. Yeah, you guys are all good. Again, don't worry too much about the design back here. We'll try and think of something. But as of right now, the design isn't really too important to me. It's pretty good. Then you. Great. As we're making our way back, I'll very quickly take all of this with me here as well. Although I will be sorting all of this out off camera, because doing it on camera might be a little bit boring. So I'll chuck it into here and do it when I've got a free minute, rather than boring everyone to death. Also, in case you're wondering how I'm able to transport all my items into here rather than just dragging and clicking, if you hold down shift and then select an item, sorry, not shift, control. If you hold down control and select the item, no matter what item you select, it transports all of it, including, for example, if you want to delete it. As you can see, it just deletes everything just when you're holding down control, which is a far easier way to transport items from your, let's say, your inventory to your dimensional depot. That works as well for the depot. Also works from personnel storage boxes to your inventory, inventory to personnel storage boxes, everything. It's pretty cool. Okay, I am looking for something I haven't got here, but I have got you, a jetpack. 0. How have I lost all my jetpacks already? Sorry, not lost. Misplaced. Did he all the hard drives by mistake? Yeah. That'd be really fun. I'd rather not do that today. Maybe another day we'll do that. In theory I could. But yeah. Let's go. That's the wrong way. I keep forgetting I've got to manually try and change which direction I want to try and go in. I know I don't have to, but I do. I make life difficult for myself. In case you guys haven't been aware. Although watching the channel for more than 10 seconds, you'll probably realise I do that. Okay, I've got 0 copper sheets, apparently. Cool. Okay, let's try and grab some copper sheets. I didn't realise I literally had nothing, like literally nothing. Oh. I'll take you, why not? There. Let's go! So preferably, we're literally just going to take a very quick trip to our aluminium facility. See what I'm making. See what I've paused production on. And hopefully try and grab some items. Oh dear. Okay, so let's stop syncing that. And let's start syncing you lot. If I can, which apparently I can't. How? Oh right, I just selected the wrong thing. Yep. Fantastic. Also, make sure you keep the keep inventory thing turned on. It's quite nice. You guys are all good. I've got way too much aluminium now. I've got way too much of it. I'll probably end up just sinking pretty much all of what I've got left over, purely because I just don't need it. Anything else I was in desperate need of? Let's just double check, actually. Motors, you guys are grand. Yeah, you're good. Yep. Yep. Oh, wait. Why did I do that? Why did I call it pipe? Copper sheets. I know that you're used to make the pipe, but still. Good. You guys are all fine. These guys are all just concrete, so I know that you will be fine. Computers, we said we're fine. Casings, we just have to wait now, basically. Modular frames, you guys are good. Yep, yep. You're fine. Reinforced iron plates could use a little bit more. Then you guys are going to be iron plates. Iron. Pilates. There we go. Five the pipes, yes. You must get the pipes. Have I got any more pipes in here? Jesus. Iron plates in here. Oh yeah, tons. Wow. That must be like, what, 100, not 100k. 30k. Not bad. I'll definitely take that. Oh, well, almost. I see. It's good enough for what I need. Actually, I'll leave this. Should I leave this empty? Because by the time that I end today's stream, what we just took there, all of our iron plates out of those storage containers, that's going to fill up. So I can do that off camera. In fact, if I do this, that's the exact same amount in each now. Fantastic. So again, reinforced iron plates. Anything else I can think of off the top of my head? Let's have a very quick gander. I'm going to need quite a lot of your faces. Rubber. That's going to be interesting. I'm also concerned about motors as well. I might need one more for motors. Reason being is because these are 15 per one. If I need over 1,000 of these, that's 15,000 motors. Minimum. Currently in storage, I have 2,000. So, yeah, I'm going to need at least one more. Preferably two, plus a lot more in storage as well. Let's very quickly select that then. And what I'm going to do is just grab this. I think I said one to rubber as well, didn't I? Yeah. We do one for rubber. I have actually got a Dimensional Depo currently sitting on top of our rubber storage containers. I'm not really using it much at the minute though, because I'm currently sinking everything. That's where one of these could come quite handy. I get rid of that, get this, bring you up to there, as in one of them. Although I suppose I actually want you to not be there, but to be here instead. So what this is going to do is when I add in my smart splitter right there, basically when this is completely filled up, then I start sinking my rubber. It means I'm going to get a bit less points here from sinking, but honestly I don't care. Because there we go, look at that. Fantastic. We're also making tons of rubber and plastic per minute, by the way. I forgot how many hundreds it was, but it's enough for what I need. Let's just say that. Yeah, reinforced iron plates I can get down there. Anything from here that I'm particularly interested in? Heavy modular frames. Yeah, what are you used for? Because you're used for something, aren't you? I'm going to need lots of refineries. Not used. It's used for this. I'm pretty sure that we need blenders to make our rocket fuel. So I actually do want to have at least one storage container full of these. Everything here is working ground. That's good. Sink all those motors earlier? Yeah, I mean, luckily if I AFK for a bit, I should be fine. MAM's done. Yep. Got the hard drives on me. I don't know what other recipes I can really get now from these hard drives, because I feel like we're at that stage now where I've almost got every recipe I kind of want. And again, you're now going to be heavy modular frames. Great. Okay, there's nothing else I want to do now except for just get a few more reinforced iron plates. Then you can go. Oof, that was close. Which is going to be not there, obviously. Not there, obviously. Here. Got it first try. Yeah, I try not to use as many screw recipes as what I did before. I just don't like using screws. The reason being, not because I don't like using screws, but the problem is if you were to make a couple dozen of like a late game item, you're most likely going to need thousands and thousands of screws, which just gets a bit annoying after a while, so I just try to avoid using them if I can. If I have to, right? But as a preference, I try not to use them. There we go. Keep all this on me just for now. Because now it's time to do the most important thing with our Dimensional Depo hub. And that's to actually add in our Dimensional Depots. I know, who would have thought? Yeah, this is quite an important thing to do in a Dimensional Depo hub. I would recommend it personally. How far away do I want you to be from there? Go with this, why not? You lined up? Apparently you weren't lined up here. There you go. That looks good. Yep, now over here. Have I got enough dimensional depots for this? Yes, but I haven't got enough modular frames. Okay. Let's try and get a few more. And whilst we're actually here, let's select that. What else am I missing here? Wire! I haven't been missing wire for an entire season. Hey, there we go. That will fill up over time. I'm not too concerned about that. Then modular frame, which is going to be here. Yep. Nope. Here. Am I even making modular frames? I am. I'm making you over here, aren't I? Let's stop that. How long are you going to take? 5 per minute if I'm live for the next hour. That's not too bad. That's... Why can't I do that? 300? Yeah. Why did I struggle doing that? How are you doing, by the way? Still 630, not too bad. The reason why I've come back over here, though, is because I should have some modular frames stored up here. We'll take that for now. I have also got a bunch of random things on me here as well, so I'll store that. Where's the rest of our motors? Here. That in there. Computers, we got some computers down here. Oh, up here even. Chuck you. Great. How smart are the pioneers? You must be fairly decent to get selected to come on this mission anyway. I suppose they're astronauts. And normally astronauts are seen as rather intelligent. And when I say astronauts, I mean like actual astronauts, not Katy Perry. Okay, the distance here between these storage containers and these depots are a bit different from over there, but I don't think that's going to make any sort of difference. I'll do this over here. Okay, logistics. Great. That is fantastic. Now if we look at our depot, everything's starting to fill up, hopefully. Yeah, we've got a few things there filling up. Nothing down there, really. Yeah, we've got a ton of things over here filling up. That's fantastic to see. Got a few more things to do over here. Let's grab you. You gonna get in the way? No. Why are you there? That's kind of weird. Yeah. Because I placed this here like a few hundred hours ago. And now coincidentally it lines up exactly with this. Okay. I know why it's done that because I've followed the edge of this, but that's kind of funny. One more. Then get you lots, then chuck you into here. The way I determine what items I want to try and have in my depots purely depends on what I'm building. For example, if I was making... let's go into production here. Assemblers. We need reinforced iron plates, rotors, and wire. There's no point me stacking up a bunch of computers, for example, because I don't need computers. But then if I'm making a bunch of blenders, like I am right now and will be for the next few weeks, I do need lots of computers and heavy modular frames and motors and aluminium casings. But then if I'm making the path to accelerator, I wouldn't focus too much on computers or those heavy modular frames or those casings because I just don't need them. So it just depends on what I'm making. The reason why I've always got concrete in here though is because of my conveyor belt highways that often end up consuming 2,000, on average I'd say 1,800 concrete per blueprint, and I need hundreds of them. So as you can imagine, that starts to add up quite quickly, especially when I do an entire stream of just doing conveyor belt highways, which I won't be doing for a while, but there is a conveyor belt highway project I am planning on doing relatively soon. So it's important that we have got that established. Regarding the look, I'm not really too focused about the look. I think it looks just fine as of right now. Obviously, this is not what it's going to end up looking like, but it looks tolerable. Do a little bit of this, maybe. These might be a little bit too thick. Let's see. It is quite thick, but I feel like it adds a nice bit of stuff. It's there, it exists, it's good enough for me. And same thing over here now as well. Don't need that. You're gonna come out to here. Oh, you were almost perfect. Why are you even a thing? Honestly, I don't know. I'm just going to keep it here. You could actually come around here. If I'm going to meme it, I might as well just meme it properly. Then going to select this. Regarding the height differences here, I don't really know what we can do. I can't bring it down, can I? I don't know what I can do. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I've got an idea. I'm then going to go with a bunch of these, basically, on this level. Same thing again. Okay. Then regarding this, because you have got a 1 meter ramp, that makes a bit more sense just to do there. Then establish what this looks like. Again, I don't care much about the look of this particular part of the factory, which is part of our starter factory, so it's okay. You can then come around in that direction. And that one. Then again, have some sort of 1 meter ramp up here. In fact, just do that, honestly. You finished? That's grapes. Yeah, got a couple in there now. We've got 24 more hard drives left. We're doing really good in regards to hard drives. Anything that I need from that? Not really, although I can probably sync a couple of you. Power shards. Oh wow, we're missing tons of shards. Luckily we've got 200 and something there. That's not too bad. Plastic, all this we're completely fine with. Is there nothing else I can dump here? Oh, no, luckily I can. Concrete, I can probably retrace everything I just did. But not really worth it. Saying that as I do it instantly. I don't know why this background music reminds me of the PlayStation background music. On the PlayStation 4. You guys are mostly just fine. Rotors, I don't think I've got rotors even on me. No. Let's head back. Just dump everything here that I don't need. Didn't need that anymore. Although I can put you guys into our containers here, can't I? Rather than just chucking it away, right? That makes sense to me. And there's still a few things here that I don't necessarily need that much of. That, all of this, and the plastic. Don't need you really, if I'm honest. And when it comes to our fuel, then chuck you away. Let's go. Yep, I like that. You find the blue origin New Shepard 3. Wait, you find the blue origin New Shepard 3 minutes in space thing. Very dumb. I have no idea what that even is. I know nothing about the lore of this game. I probably should do my own research. That's the wrong way again. I saw it the second I got into the hypertube. I realized that it was facing the wrong way. That can go eventually. Oh yeah, that's where all my casings are. They're in there. That can go, and that can go. So that's the very first part of the stream done. It took about an hour. That's pretty much how long I thought it was going to try and take. Now, the next thing that I want to try and do is completely finish our fuel production. That is because we made pretty good progress so far. I'm quite happy with it, but we haven't actually finished it yet. So let's make sure that I've got enough resources here for everything as I select that, because it's just better for us in the situation. We're missing wire. Of course. Because we're now making a bunch of copper sheets. Which in reality I don't actually need that much of. Great. Okay, let's just go back to wire. You've got to change the cable anyway. There we go. Then you should automatically be cable. After I yeet you out to here. Just to drain this line, basically. Good. Yep, you're already set to cable. That's great. We'll reset that because you don't have to be that quick. No, I'm not going to sync that. Oh, because you've done that. That's why. Doesn't really help. Better. No, stop. Oh, you are connected. Yeah, okay. Great, so that's going to help us out now a little bit. I would hope. Oh, dearie me. And just go back to syncing all of these. I don't use... Just instantly syncing them. That's fantastic. Also, let's just go to our to-do list. We've finished that, haven't we? That's our first thing done. Finish all the fuel logistics. If I can get that done by today, that'd be great. I know I've got it on the list. Just try and get it done then. We've also got to make sure that we keep an eye out on our MAM as well. Because I do have to try and get probably other like 10 or so hard drives sunk. Because I've unlocked most of what I want to try and get unlocked by now anyway. Which is nice. Okay. Start slowing it down. I am still trying to finish these roads, by the way. I'm making really good progress. That other corner over there is now done. That quarter is very close to being done. And this one's about halfway. A bit less. I haven't done the outside just yet. But yeah, we are making good progress on them regardless, which is quite nice. The reason why I'm doing all that off camera is because that saves me a good stream of just doing stuff like that. Like, just doing our road layout. Which I know some people like, but personally, I almost find it too boring for myself. I can imagine it's probably boring for you guys as well. To some extent. That's good. Let's reverse it. Right there. And let's connect all of you guys up. Wow. We'll tie the whole thing together. Yeah, so far it's made a big difference. I will be honest, it has made a very big difference. In case you guys haven't seen my logistic work, by the way, for this particular blueprint and what exactly I'm doing, I'll very quickly explain. Here we are making all of our fuel. And as you can see, I'm using heavy oil residue, which is being made in those refineries. And water, which is coming from literally just beyond yonder. You can see the edge of it right there. There you go. So it's not coming from that far away, luckily. And the logistics is, like, the easiest logistics you'll ever see me do. Literally, water from here, which connects both of them together. Zoop that across to there. Heavy oil residue, zoop that across to over there. Fuel, zoop that across to over there. Done. There you go. And of course, regarding power, do that. If I really want to, I can do this here as well. Just connect them together. The only thing that's a bit complicated is in regards to my excess heavy oil residue. Because the way that I've done this is that even though we've only got 4 blenders, it's the equivalent of having 5 because I've overclocked them in certain ways. And again, the reason for that is because I then consume 500 water per row. For example, these 4 here is 1 row. And each one of my pipes here for water has 500 water per pipe. So it's exactly 1 row worth of water. However, I've got 150 excess heavy oil residue. So all that's going to do is come around to here, which of course that was never going to line up properly. And then it's just going to shoot off down there. And then eventually, with all the excess heavy oil residue, I then repeat the process. But rather than getting all the heavy oil residue from the refineries, we just get it from what we haven't used here. It's very, very simple. This is going to have 450 heavy oil residue. This is going to have 300. Which luckily means that... Okay, wait, why are you both overclocked? Oh yeah, I know why. Which means that you can handle 9 blenders and then the other one can handle 7? 6? 6. There we go. And I'm removing those power shards there because only 1 row has to have shards. Except I've done it the wrong way around. It doesn't really matter, but there we go. Matters to me. Wow, you wonder how hydrating rocket fuel is. It's... You know what? You could try it and let me know how it goes. I can imagine it's not great. It's good for burning. It's very good for burning. Right, you're the next one. Let's go straight mode. Straight mode is so good for this. It really is just unbelievable. Brilliant. Then you're going to come straight down so that you're lined up with this. How's that? No, a little bit further, I'd say. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. And of course, because we are dealing with a height greater than 10 meters, we are going to be adding in a hump right around there. Which makes sense to me. I can select that. Hello? That's done. Brilliant. Just going to make sure that all of these are connected to it. Great. You should now start working. All of our heavy oil residue should be flowing through there. Last thing now is our water, which will eventually come to here, then start to make our fuel. Would be a fun prank to make someone drink rocket fuel. I mean, again, you can. I wouldn't recommend it. Like, you know those toothpaste commercials where it's like 9 out of 10 doctors would recommend Sensodyne gentle whitening or whatever. I will be that one doctor that won't recommend drinking rocket fuel. It's just, I don't really think it's... I don't really think there's that much nutritional benefit to drinking rocket fuel. Maybe I'm wrong. It very rarely happens. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe I am speaking gobbledygook. Why can't I select power when I'm very clearly looking at the power? There we go. So I believe we can't fit any more rows along here, which is a shame because you are very close. But you overlap by basically a nudge. Oh no, actually no, you do stick out. No, that's fine actually. It is just one nudge. Could I not have gone one nudge further in this direction? I mean, I could have. Oh, I definitely could have. Oh well, that's fine. What am I going to do then with all this empty space? Not quite sure just yet. We'll think of something. I'll most likely just bring you out to here and zoop you a bit further down. Like that. And regarding this, we're going to bring you up to round about there. Brilliant. I'll then very quickly make an insertion into there, just to make sure that everything is going to be okay, which it should do. That is quite a far distance to try and cover that. Yeah, that was what was going to happen. How was that? That was actually the exact right place to plop it down there as well. That was very lucky. We'll take it though. I'm very rarely lucky, I feel like. So whenever I do get a little bit of luck, I just cherish it. That should be the right place there. Brilliant. Okay, we have still got quite a lot of water that's out here, which is fine. You lot are just going to probably get chopped off from there, zoop you across through here. And that would be fine. And then regarding all of this fuel, you're just going to go directly to here, I think. I don't know. I really don't know. No, you're probably going to go to that quarter over there. Does it actually matter? Yes. Yes. Yes, it does. Because with the fuel, I then have to make my rocket fuel. You're going to require all of this. But I'm now thinking regarding our packaged crude oil, I'm going to need roughly, what was it, like 48 packages? Which is quite a lot of room required for that. But I can unpackage that in this quarter because I've still got a little bit of room left on the other side. If I've got enough, I don't know. A bunch of nitrogen gas. You know what? I'm thinking I might end up using a couple quarters here for our rocket fuel. Because firstly, how much rocket fuel can I even make per one of these? Where is it? We haven't even unlocked rocket fuel. That could be a little bit of a concern. Before I do that. Is it here? Where even is this? Sulfur? There we go. So I need 10 empty fluid tanks, which I should be able to just handcraft, can't I? The crafting bench. No? Because I haven't got any aluminium ingots. What else do I need? 100 packaged turbo fuel, which I have actually got. The one thing that I then need to unlock the rocket fuel is going to be this. Okay, we'll focus on that in just a minute, but basically, in fact, you know what? Let me just save this. I might use a couple quarters as part of our factory to actually make our rocket fuel. It'll be slightly easier. If I just load open my creative world, plop down the blender, and then just try and find this recipe. Because preferably, I'm going to need that alternate for rocket fuel. Because I am using an alternate recipe. That's very different from the basic recipe, and it's far better, in my opinion. Really, I can't place it down there. Hello, thank you. There. So I can make 150 per one, and I need to make 6,000. That's 40. 40 blenders. That's quite a lot. That's 10 rows, which is going to be almost exactly 1/2 of a quarter. Like that row there that I've placed on my blenders and refineries and on my current playthrough. I basically need all of that just to plop down this. You require 100 fuel per one. That won't be a problem because we've got 500 fuel per pipe. So that shouldn't be much of an issue. 75 nitrogen gas. I've got 450 per pipe. So 450 divided by 75 is 6. Okay, the maths there is going to be slightly more annoying, but absolutely doable. Sulfur, we're carrying roughly 300 sulfur. 600 maybe? 600. So again, 6. And coal, we've got roughly 600 again, so that's quite a lot there. Right. That's not bad. Why not overclock? Because I haven't got enough power shards. I need roughly 2,000 power shards just for the not biomass burners, the fuel generators. That's why. Okay, so because I need all those resources... We'll see. We'll see how it goes, right? Whether it's simple to do or a bit more difficult, we're going to get it done, so it doesn't really matter. Actually, no. 150 times 2.5 is 375, which isn't the best number to work with. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it to 6. 6 blenders. Which is far easier. So, did we finish this in the end? We connected all of that. We've got to redo the... Well, not redo it. We've got to do those pipes there. And regarding this, let's just plop you down... I think it's there, isn't it? No, it's a bit further forwards. And we'll line you up with this. That's great. Making sure that we've got horizontal to vertical selected. And then having a straight mode selected for you. Bring you guys further back here. Where's our wall gonna go? I suppose it can literally just go... here. Why not? We can. So we shall. And how far back are we going to go? That looks pretty good to me. Yep, perfect. So the only thing we're actually going to see here is basically just our fuel pipes coming out of there, the heavy oil residue coming out of there, then the remainder of the water over here. Perfect. We can leave a very small gap there just temporarily. I can get in and out without any sort of problems. Because we haven't fully finished all of our logistics inside of there just yet. We're very close. It's not quite finished. Okay, you're in the way of everything. I suppose you gotta try and come down, don't you? I can definitely fit it underneath here, can't I? Yeah, we can definitely fit it there. I'd rather you maintain your height, but the problem is we've got a massive road here. So unless you go all the way around there, which I don't really want you to do, then you're just gonna come straight down. Let's grab you. Or not then, that's fine. There. We got you lots, then we got you lot down over here. How am I going to try and do this? Is that going to be okay? That's actually perfect. Horizontal to vertical. And you're going to go somewhere there. It would be 1, 2 here. I'm surprised that angle works, but you know what? Okay. Have you lot come down there, then have you lots come along here. Because you and our water is going to continue in this direction, whereas you lot are actually going to go somewhere else. So it would be a smart idea just to come back there a little bit and slightly elevate you, that our water can fit underneath here with ease, basically. That's the plan. Let's go straight mode. Can you just go straight through here? Oh. Apparently not. Welcome back, Rob. Hope that you're doing good as I fly straight into my project. Nice. Welcome to the stream. New haircut. Yeah, I got a trim earlier today. It's just a little bit shorter. Although I have forgot to turn on the light, so I'll do that now in just a minute. This is so annoying. It's literally right where I want it to be as well, but oh well. Give me a second as I just turn on the light. Proper schoolboy. Although, to be fair, I think the trend nowadays is... What is it? Broccoli hair. I don't know what the official style is called. It's like a perm mixed with broccoli. That seems to be the fad now. I don't understand it, although I don't really understand fashion. To be honest, I don't understand anything about fashion. I think most fashion is beyond stupid. You're straight, which means that you aren't straight. Okay. Fake them hairs. Oh dear. There we go. We've got pipe doing pipe things. Why are you empty? You absolutely... Okay, I know why. Great. Fuel... Yeah, you guys are just doing stuff, aren't you? Yeah. 1, 2. $40, yeah, I know, and now it's starting to become, like, popular. Again, I don't understand it. But it's one of those where if one person gets it, it's like, oh, okay, maybe I should get that. And before you know it, everyone's got a skunk-looking haircut. Like, they're literally a skunk. Oh, well. You are incorrect for my eyesight. I'd prefer if you were that firstly, and then horizontal to vertical. Your appearance is ruining my day. Fantastic. Now, same thing with... Oh, with you. Oh, right. Okay. So, because you're special, let's just say. Right. Yeah, the logistic floor is coming together. It's... What the heck is this? It's slow progress, but it is progress. So I'm happy with it. Okay, now you've just decided to be orange. Oh, it's black even, rather than orange. That's fine. Have I got the right color for you? I think that's definitely the right one. Okay, good. Make sure this is all painted properly. Fantastic. Same thing there with you lots. And you. You. Okay, so that is all of our fuel now being made. No. What are we missing? Power? Power. Get to the chopper. Sorry. Wait, no, why haven't you actually got any fuel though? You should have power. I know that you've got water. Huh? Oh, were you not turned... I see what's happening here. You can just go, actually. There we go. So, all of our logistics here should now be finished. Yippee. Designing and the building that just mashed everything underneath the mess because it... Yeah. I could have just done that, but I feel like if my factory looks nice, I'm then easily able to work from that. Not only is this nicer to look at, but just for me personally, it's actually a bit nicer to do. I really enjoy it. Happy logistics, happy life. Although I probably do take my logistics a bit too seriously sometimes, but oh well. Yep, you're good. Yep, 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 good. Get the power into the helicopter, store it... You don't know where? The helicopter? I've got a helicopter. Helicopter, helicopter. Okay, right. Water. Water is going to come down here. We go 1, 2... Sorry, I'm not frustrated by that. Only a foolish man would be frustrated by things that are frustrating. Such as me. You just got up there the last second. Yeah, you did, because, yeah, nice. Again, I click to place it, and the second I click, nope. Every single time. Every single time. Holy. About the phase when you saw the power. Oh, okay. My next challenge will be to design nice blueprints for the actual machines and not just place them beside each other the usual way. That's a good idea as well. Sometimes I do try and make interesting designs for the machines. I did that over in the coal factory, where each machine has its own little design, and it looks quite nice. But when it comes to this, we are just going to go with this, I think, for now. It's working. Oh yeah, I've got to try and do this design. I finished this side, by the way. It's surprisingly took a lot longer than I thought it would, but I think it looks okay. Like, it's not going to win any awards for looking beautiful just yet, because I haven't yet done the roof either, but I think it looks... It looks. Yes, 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 it looks. It's good enough for now. You can all go there as well, because I've now got a blueprint for you. And I can't continue my logistics on this side until I finish doing this, or at least get some of it placed down, because I kind of need to know where things are going to go. Also, regarding our truck stops, I'm not going to have any for this side, because I don't need any trucks now for this side, I don't think. Yeah, I need nothing. Because the one place that I wanted to actually bring the trucks in was here originally, and that's because I want some packaged water to go over to my plastic and rubber. But the problem is, I'm not making that here. So I'll probably still end up bringing the truck down here, but then the water's going to go somewhere in that direction, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know where the plastic and rubber is going to get built just yet, because it's going to require a fair amount of machines. I haven't really planned that far out ahead yet. If it was like importance, I would have done prep for it. But breaking news, it's not important right now. So there's far more important things to be doing today. Other than that, I want to build you there, I think. I like the position of your face. Let's do it. No, stop, please. No, stop. Thank you. So many buttons in this game. Too many buttons. This side can go over here now as well, because again, we've got a blueprint for it. Let's go. The only problem with not adding in the truck stations on this side is that it's not going to look symmetrical, which is kind of annoying. The biggest thing I'm concerned about with it looking symmetrical is the massive pillars that we have over here, for example. Because obviously on this side here, we haven't got any of those pillars, and I can't have those pillars because then it will just obstruct this. Whereas if it was symmetrical, I could then do a similar design, but I don't think it's going to massively matter, if I'm honest. Playing with the controller, yes, I've done a video where I play with a controller on console. I've done a stream about it as well. I've done another controller stream, and I think a video as well. So yeah, a few times. Then get rid of that. No, I suppose I still want you though. Get rid of... we'll see. I need you here to an extent. What is that? Foundation. Wait, why are you slightly higher than this? Are you kidding me? Have I built it too low? I can't have done. Everything here lines up. Unless I did actually build it too low. Yeah, for whatever reason, it snapped to being half a foundation too low. Why did it snap to the wrong height? If everything else so far snapped to the right height, why is that just decided to snap to the wrong one? Fun. Fun, fun, fun. That's fine. Let's try that again. This is where I placed it down. But now I just don't trust it anymore. Also, doesn't help that it's not snapping anything I want it to. And again, for whatever reason, you're not snapping to the right thing. I mean, is this even correct now? Let's line these up. Okay, you line up. That's annoying, but oh well. Now it should work. Nope. Where's that plop down? It's not going to tell me. Oh no. I'm now going to go on a 6.5 hour search of where it plopped down my blueprints. Inside of it, maybe? Nope. Okay, so I've now placed down a blueprint, but it doesn't actually show me where I've placed it down. So how come I was able to place down the blueprint if it's so far away from where I'm standing that I can't even see it? Is that not a concern? No? Okay. Just keep going with this now. I'd probably return to a controller stream or gameplay for a day. One day. I don't know when that will be, but yeah, one day, why not? I'm gonna come up by that. Same thing there with you. You can't come out by too far. Same thing then with this. Not by that much. Okay, so you come out right to the start of this, like so. And make sure that you don't zoom too far off in that direction. And bring it up to there. Yeah, okay, there we go. Not bad. See, I quite like this. It's very simple. Very simple. But I think I actually quite like the design of it. Except you guys are no longer lined up now. Why? Why? Not? So it starts from about around here. But the problem with that then means that nothing's actually going to be lined up. How weird. Let's see. I go with that. Get rid of these. Basically everything here. I don't know how far back I want to go with this. Maybe until I get to the middle. Then we'll see what we can do. There we go. So I would say, here's the exact middle. Which doesn't look like it, but it is. Then you preferably can stay. Because this must be correct though, isn't it? Yeah, so that's okay. Up into here. I think this is just where we have to try and leave it. Get rid of that. Pop you down there. Yeah, okay. So it's slightly different. If that makes a huge difference, we'll see in a minute. Well, not in a minute. Whenever I do the exterior design, which I know I've written there on the right side, but I probably won't be doing that today. Get rid of these whilst I'm at it. Okay, so all of that's now done to the quality I want it to be done to. Which is great. The next thing now is to try and bring in our logistics around there. Get rid of a good chunk of this floor here as well, actually. How far back was it that I had to try and come to? It's a good couple foundations, I'd say, isn't it? It's a pretty bad side to get the angle of, but oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. So on the 6th, we come down. Okay. Down by 2? Down by 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be something like that. You then zoop around to there. You're already doing that on that side. That's fantastic. So all of the asphalt from here, let's go back by 10. Still don't know how many more of these blenders I'm going to need. I think we said yesterday that it was somewhere near 40. I know that we need 40 more blenders as well for our rocket fuel. So maybe it is a very similar number to that. And the reason why I'm getting rid of this is just so I can see my logistics a little bit clearer. I shouldn't have to get rid of that anymore, but I can get rid of that. And why not add this back here as well. Right, let's continue. Let's select this. And this time we're actually going to rotate this around so that the input's coming in from this side. Actually, that's the exact same as what I had before. Oh well, I don't see that being a problem though. Oh, my neck feels rough today. Again, every single part of my body is just hurting constantly. Why I feel so old, always. I'm just always in pain. Which, I mean, it is what it is. I don't massively care. It's just, I'd rather just have a day where I'm not in pain. I guess that's too difficult to ask for. We're about half a foundation off on that side. A good amount of room on this side. So I think there's... this is going to be the location. Let's do it. We'll do one there. And grab that. As it decides again to rotate itself, but luckily we saw it. And you're going to be one foundation off of there. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good amount of room there. Good amount of room there as well. Okay. Okay. I'm happy with that. So, have we managed to bring the water around? We haven't. Let's make sure that's definitely connected there. Had a feeling I didn't. That's why I wanted just to double check. That's then going to come up to here. And you have got to go back just a smidge to here. Just to make it look nice and neat, I'll bring it a little bit further forwards there. Because looks is what counts, apparently. When the building is on fire, it's nice that you look your best. Oh dear. That's apparently too far. Alright, yes. I was wondering how I managed to do that to the other pipe, and this one's like, nope. That's probably the reason. Oh, it's happening again. It's happening again. Okay. You should now all be bringing water slowly but surely through these pipes, which is great. You're already doing the same thing there as well. So I suppose let's just start straight away with these logistics. Let's grab this and bring you straight down like that. What I'm then going to end up doing here is grabbing these. No, I can't seem to find the angle there, which is fine. What we'll do then instead is keep you there. You got to go up a little bit further. So let's just bring this out a bit further to the right. The reason for that is because I like the wall to wrap around here. It just makes it look a little bit nicer, in my opinion, so let's just do that. Select the wall there. Great. Yeah, not too bad at least. So how did I do it on that side? I feel like it looked a bit neater on that side. Do you line up perfectly there with the wall? Because it doesn't on this side. Let's see. So you are... Well, firstly, you're slightly too big. That should be fine. Should be able to do that there as well. So it's directly after this, then it goes straight across, and it seems to line up relatively perfectly. Which I know for a fact this one doesn't line up perfectly, so it's not going to look symmetrical. But from a distance, I think it looks fine. And unless I told you that, I don't think people would have noticed. Because in theory, you should be back here by a couple, but I'm not redoing all of this. No, thank you. What I'm going to do here, then, is just zoop you all the way down. Making sure that this is exactly that wide. Yes. I know we are doubling up, but... oh well. We're going here. That seems a bit too high. You'll be fine because you're hidden by the stairs. Okay. That's good. And same thing now on this side. It just, again, it makes it look nice and neat and it's tucked away. I like that. I like it a lot. Regarding this, you're not as of huge importance, but it's nice to still maintain some level of decency. I'm trying to build a factory. Go up to there, I'd say. Same thing here with you. Okay. That's fine. How does it look from this side now that I've done all that work to it? You obviously appear through there. You appear through the wall. It's fine. You're going to get cut off anyway. I'm not too focused or concerned about decorating my factory today. This is going to be another day where I've finished my rocket fuel factory and I can relax. But as of right now, we are far from that relaxing stage, to be completely honest with you guys. Why are you shiny? There we go. Regardless, we are making progress. It is significant progress, especially over the last couple of days. Now that I've finally got all of my actual logistics in, all of the nitrogen gas, I was just saying nitric acid. I don't need nitric acid. Nitrogen gas, sulfur, coal, crude oil. Now that all of that stuff's finally in here, and of course the water that we did a few days ago, it then just speeds everything up here. And it's great. It really is just absolutely fantastic. I don't like that positioning. There we go. Zoop you across there, why not? Let's make sure that both of you lot are connected. Same thing here with you. Great. And then, oh yeah, the original thing that I was supposed to do here was extend this wall out, wasn't it? So you're not going to be there, you're going to be a little bit further out. Yeah. Beautiful. Which means that the heavy ore residue can stay away from the water. Do I want it to do that? I mean, like, there's a huge gap here. What I could honestly do is adding a wall here. I know I keep on adding in walls. I like to separate things, okay? It's just, I think it looks nice. Everything's just nice and neatly separated. I'll get rid of you there as well if I can. The problem is going to be you. Because what I could then... How did I lose power there? What? I just lost power to my my hovercraft. Anyway. Is it hoverpack or hovercraft? Pack. Oh, what? Hoverpack, yeah. Hovercraft's a vehicle. That's why I was confused. So, if I was to do the heavy ore residue first, luckily because you sort of loop around each other a little bit, you're not going to be a massive problem. At least I can't imagine you'll be a massive problem. Maybe you will be. Power-wise, are we connected with everything? I can't imagine that we are just yet. Just in case we weren't. Okay, we definitely weren't. Now we must be. Yeah, I saw the yellow lights there. Perfect. Starting with water, because you're the one that's lowest down. I'm going to lower you down to roughly here. Making sure that there is a nice little entrance there. That's straight mode activated. And I think I want to start with the outside one first. The reason as to why I want to try and do this is because I can quite easily fit in my pipeline pumps along here. We're going to our logistics. We'll scroll down to where it says pipeline pump Mark II, which is the one that I need. So might as well just do that. And then just do that. Yeah. Our water's now pumping. I can hear it. Do you hear the water pump? Pumping a bit of water to our blenders. Thank you. Apologies for making anyone's ears bleed right there. I wasn't trying to summon a spirit. I was trying to sing. You can then come around here. Okay, this is completely fine. I am loving this. You're the wrong color. Wow, that's frustrating. You're then going to come as far as I really want you to go. Just there. No. Great. Yeah, regarding that controller question, I might go back to controller one day. Maybe, just for a bit of fun. Logistics going well so far. Yeah, I mean, it might not look too organized, but I know where everything needs to go, and it's going where I need it to go, so... In that regard, I would say, yes, it is going pretty good. Although I would like you guys to actually be on the same sort of... just lined up. Then remove that. And remove that. Next row. Going to be like that. Perfect. I'm not too concerned about our fuel pipes. They're going to be quite simple just to sort out. To be honest with you. There. Yes. Down we go. Up she goes. Up she goes. No, 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 no. That song. Okay, the reason why I'm coming back here is I just want to double check that... Oh, well, that's a nice little catch, first of all. So the top one there is the 300, which is the inside one over there. Oh, okay, there's a bit of a gap there. Oh, how dare you? Let me come back around over here. So you're the 300, you're the 450. And as of right now, I'm using 250. 75, 50, 100, 250. Okay, I'm using 250. Which then means that you two have to actually connect around here. Preferably leaving a bit of room for our fuel. Let's see. Straight modes. That won't work. Computer says no. It's fine. This water's going to connect no matter what. You're going to connect no matter what. The only tricky thing now is, again, going to be this heavy ore residue. Because you're going to need 75, and then you're going to need 50. It's now 150. I had... Is that how much I had left over? 150. Because again, you were 350. No, it was 100. It was 350, and here I'm consuming 250, so it's 100 that I've got left over. In that case, what I'm going to do is come over to here. And then lower you down quite drastically. So if I get rid of all of these, for example. You know, regarding water, consuming 100, 200, 300, 500. So everything is now fine. Everything's reset itself. And the only belt I've got left now is the 450 for the heavy ore residue. Which should then mean, after that, I've consumed all the water and heavy ore residue that I need to. Okay. That's 50, 100, 150 from 450. That's 300 left. Which means I then need 6 more of these. Or 1 more row. Which, in theory, I should then have 2 more rows of water left. Yeah. Okay, I just said a bunch of numbers there. And that sounded right. So, I am pretty happy with that. Make sure that you guys are then connected over here. To... this. And also making sure that you are not connected with each other. That you're connected over here. Yep. Let's go to horizontal to vertical. There's pretty good. And again, linking you there with a straight pipe. Same sort of tactics over here now as well. Ooh, I can hear things working. I don't know what I can hear, because you shouldn't be making anything just yet. I heard something turned on. Well, that's good, I suppose. Okay. Oh, I think it's that. No, it's not that. It's something. Probably something quite important. Okay, that's kind of what I wanted, but at the same time, nothing compared to what I wanted. That's pretty good to me. Go straight mode. Good. You'll be coming in now there as well, straight down to the other side. And you should start to produce the items that I then need. It's great. I believe now this should be the final row. If all of my maths has worked out correctly, this should be completely fine. If I've made a mistake anywhere from here all the way from the very start of my blenders, it then means that we are now going to see what the mathematical problem is actually going to be. So, no pressure, but this is going to determine whether I've got to rip anything out. Yep. Okay, then when it comes to this heavy ore residue, you're then going to... In theory, you've got to connect to here. The problem is, though, how do I make this look nice? I honestly don't see an answer. Other than, if I was to grab this... 2 minutes. If you come straight down over here, and then instead of you going into there, instead I'm going to push this back a little bit. Have this come out. I can. There we go. Making sure, of course, I've got horizontal to vertical selected. Seems good. It's good to use straights. You are straights. Let's plop it down. No, and it randomly increased the height again, because I've got to double click it. Which means I've got to redo everything I just did. Oh my god. You straights? They seem slightly off. I'm not supposed to connect to that one, that's why. That's now straight over there. You're good here. Great. Which now means that you can come around here a bit easier. In theory. Using straight mode, I can now connect you straight into there. Continuing our walls over here. We'll then fully block that, which is fantastic. Water is now the last thing in theory that I'm going to need here. It's better. Come back here by quite a significant amount. Select straight modes. I can probably fit you there. Regarding our power, then grab this to here to there. Which means all of our water is now pumping. That is 500 water in total. Let's then connect you guys together. And you together. Okay, so it's 450 minus 150, that's 300. 300 heavy ore residue. 75. 50. 100. 250. Let's see here. Was it definitely 450? It is, yeah. Because if I have 400 heavy ore residue... Got 400 heavy ore residue. I'm consuming 250. I've got 150 left over. 3 of them then combine and I've got 450. Got 50 being used there, there and there. That then means I've got 300 left. 75. 50. 50, 75, 150, 250. So I should be consuming 50 more heavy ore residue somewhere. But according to my water consumption, no I don't. 150, 250, repeat that again, that's 500. Because as of right now, if I was just to chin off that heavy ore residue, how much fuel am I making? You're 150. $400. And are you 400 as well? Okay, so it's 400 times by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which is 2,800 out of... Wasn't it 4,000 I needed? Where it was. Because obviously that's not enough. 4,000 fuel. Okay. I'm only making 2,800. It's definitely the right recipe. Just making sure there. 150. 250. Okay, it's 500 per one. Okay, 500. That's why. Was it times by 8? 4,000. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Oh, wait. 3,500 fuel. 3,600. 3,700. 3,800. 4,000. I am making the exact amount of fuel that I need. Okay. But I just seem to be making 50 heavy oil residue more than what I needed. Hundreds. There. 75, 50. It's 100, 250, 350. Oh, wait. 350. I know what I've done wrong. I think you're only carrying 300. So you need to actually get rid of that, then add it to here. I think. I go 50 there then. That's again 75, 150, 250, 300. But if I chuck you into there, that's now 100 heavy oil residue. 150, 200, 275, 325, 375, 500. $75, 50, 175, 250, 300, 350, 450. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Great. We've done it. So that is all of our logistics now completely finished for fuel. The last thing I've got to try and do, other than just making things look a bit nicer, which I can do, to be honest, is making sure that all of our fuel here is leaving the vicinity. That's fantastic, though. That is really, really good. I'm well happy with that. I'm now wondering, could I potentially, if I really wanted to, which I actually kind of do, add in fluid buffers here? Yes. You're going to line up with that. Bring you straight down horizontal to vertical? No. No. Have you come around this side now? Wouldn't mind if you were slightly higher. Where's the wall going to go? The wall's going to go there. So you pretty much have to gain height instantly. And also if you're in the middle of here, that'd be quite nice as well. So what we're going to do here then is this. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Yeah, chat. That was a really good amount of progress done. I know it didn't look like it, but just logistically, it's always nice to get a big thing out of the way with. Because now I know that I just don't have to worry about that. And also, you jut out by a landslide. Can I maybe just not do that? I know why you're doing what you do, because I told you to do it, but still. Ah, look at you. That's annoying. Oh well. In that case, if you are going to be annoying, at least be annoying and look good. I like the look of the fluid buffers. Yeah, the fluid buffers look great. They fit into a lot of my design just because they just naturally look good. Which is quite handy. Oh. And connect this up with you. Make sure this is connected here as well. You're already connected there. Fantastic. And look at all the fuel that we're already making. Why are you blue? I'd rather you once. I know why you're blue, because I selected my pipes to be blue, but oh well. There we go. Logistics, although small, are the hardest parts of the build. Yeah, definitely. Because you can plan things to look nice in your heads, then when it actually comes to it, making it look nice, it's a lot easier said than done. I might have to bring you up by 1, actually. Yeah. Definitely. Right, so you're going to go 1, 2, rather than just 1. Grand. Good, then you're the last one. Yeah. Okay. This will do. Will do very nicely. Make sure that you're definitely stuck out here as well. Okay. So this is now done. Water, you guys are all fine. You're all fine. There isn't a single thing here that isn't actually fine. I'm surprised as well, don't worry. The next thing that I'm now going to be working on is actually combining all of my resources here and actually making our rocket fuel. Looking at the time, obviously we can't get this done today. However, I do at least want to try and plan out where things are actually going to be. This quarter over here, design-wise, is basically done, which is nice. I have got a bunch of packaged crude oil, which I can unpackage over there. And because I need 40 blenders for this, how many have we got here? 3, 6, 9, 18. So 20 will be halfway. Okay, I can definitely fit all of that very comfortably, in fact, into a half of the quarter there. So I'm probably going to have to try and transport that down then. And all of our fuel from here and here probably needs to just zoop along there. And because it's pretty much the only liquid... Well, no, it is the only liquid. I'm going to try and get... wait. No. I'm going to prioritize my fuel logistics first. But you know what we can do today? I suppose I could make everything here look nice and then unpackage the crude oil. I was going to try and design the rocket fuel blueprints. That would make more sense to do for the rocket fuel stream tomorrow. What I could do today is try and figure out this design. Just sharpening it up a little bit, then unpackaging all of this stuff here as well, which is definitely a thing I've got to try and do. There we go, so that comes out to there, that looks fine. Why not? Why the heck not? I don't know if we can unpackage all of this today, because again, I'm not doing great for time. Let's bring you all over here. Straight mode, absolutely. So around about this point, I'd say. Where you then need to come up here a little bit. We'll do one there. Then do one here. And one more there. Okay. should be good. Good, hopefully. So we're gonna find out. We'll do curve, sure. If that works. The sound is delayed. By how much? Shouldn't be delayed. If it's worked for the last couple years, there's no reason why it should now start breaking. Oh well. Oh no, anywhere. The game is delayed by 2 seconds. I'll try unplugging my mic to see if that actually changed anything. I doubt it will, but oh well. Okay, so I've changed that now. I mean, let me know if it's improved it. Again, I didn't actually do anything, but let's see. Connect that to there, connect you to here, and connect that back to... Nope. Connect to there. I'm surprised that curved mode works so well. For this part, at least. Now it's 1.5 seconds. Let me try and get my stream open to try and spot the issue. Yeah, thank you again, by the way, to everyone who's currently tuning in. Hope that everyone's doing good. Apparently we're having some audio problems. Don't know why. Oh well. Spot the issue. No, audio is completely fine. Now it's right, so for you lots, all I want to try and do is just bring you preferably a little bit tighter actually over here, because rather than consuming all this logistic floor room, I can just narrow it down to this part. I'd prefer if you were to go through here, I'd say. No idea if this is going to work, but the whole reason why I've left this part of the logistic floor open is so that I can bring items through here. And then you're most likely just going to go straight down this side. That would make sense. Yeah. Have to be slightly elevated, but we can solve that problem here. What I'll do is zone you to there. I don't care much about this wall as of right now. I'm going to remove it in just a moment. But the reason why I'm adding this here is so I can very quickly go into my logistics. We can then go 1... Is it 5 that I'm bringing, or is it 4? 4, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll get rid of this, actually. There we go. Just like that. You can then continue. You can then continue. We'll be coming back the other way. And so will you. But as you can see, you're slightly better spaced out, I'd say. I can now just do that. Although, should I actually maintain you at that level? Because you've all got to rise anyway, don't you? Oh, definitely. Let me see. Because, again, height-wise, you're going to have to go up to that level. 1, 2. Something like this, I'd say. This will all be hidden, so we don't have to see how this is going to look. It doesn't look dreadful, to be honest. It looks fine. Make sure that you guys are definitely going the right way as well. Nice. So what we're going to do is, you're going to come out by that much. 1, 2. Same thing here. You reopened YouTube the delay was fixed. Yeah, I didn't really Christ, I didn't really see much of a delay myself. So hopefully now it is fixed. But yes, do let me know if there is ever an audio issue. Because sometimes it is from my side, and I can fix it. Other times it might be from YouTube's side. Then sometimes it's just God knows what. But yes, thank you for still reporting it though. Now let's continue this around here. Same thing then with this. Bring you as far back as we can. Then place down one of you lot there. Then one of you lots here. Wrong way. Whoops. Me building something the wrong way? Wow, that never happens. Nice. Yeah, look at all this logistic progress for today. That's not bad at all. Now, regarding our fuel, I actually want you guys to be coming around here as well, I suppose. How am I going to do that? Because you can come through here. You can come over here as well. That might be the better play. I think that will definitely be the better play. If I can. I think it's this height. That looks right. I mean, you are going to be going straight through the concrete, which I don't know if I love, but it's fine. Just try and sort that out very quickly. The pipes and the belts will merge. Where? It shouldn't do. Okay, so I can't actually set that to the default for my pipes. That's okay. The distance from here to there is probably a little bit too far for us, I'm guessing. It's a bit closer than that. Okay, that's, I mean, now that we know, we can work with that. Let's do this. Come on. Five of you. Okay, that's... Ooh. I can't have you come up here, can I? Because you're going to go straight through our road, yeah. Right, if there was 4, I could have gotten away with it. But now that there's 5... I can try to fit one there, then maybe one this size. Then do 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Because again, the problem here is that you're going to collide with that. Which is fine for now, I think. At the fuel pipes, Noah, you have a fix that... Oh, what you mean here? Because the fuel pipe's going to curve around that side. If that's what you mean, then yeah, they shouldn't collide. It will most likely collide underneath here, but that's the whole reason why I'm hiding it, so I don't have to see that. I'm gonna redo all my colored pipes again. Oh, for God's sakes. You're going to be the complete wrong color. There we go. I'm guessing that one's wrong. Yep, because that's brilliant. Now, you're not all going to continue to roughly over here. You should be able just to connect normally. They're saying that now you have a solution, as I noticed that... Oh, okay. Fair enough. Why are you pointing down? That's weird. Anyway, that works. Brilliant. And get rid of that. I don't think I need that there anymore. And I'll get these pipes over here. And you should be spaced out fairly, okay? Not perfect, but hey, it's good enough. And you three. What I'm going to have to do here is grab this and have you go as literally as tight as you physically can along this wall. Then you're then going to come back over here. Gonna go 1, 2, 3, and you again. Bring you back to there. And I think it's... Where are you even going to connect? The wrong colors again. Fun. Like that. Well, I can tolerate that, should I say? Here? No, you're actually bent in the right direction before that. Right idea, just wrong execution. There we go. And you just connect it nice and simply into here. I now want to try and change all of you to be orange, because it just looks quite bad in blue. Great. Now, before I do the pipes underneath there, I want to make sure that I do all of these logistics first. Because again, it will collide, and it won't look great. But if I just do this first, then it rules out that problem, and the thing's bent. Conveyor belt on straight mode, again, is more curved than the curve mode. That's fine. Same thing down to there, then same thing across here. I hate when it does this. Oh, I don't like when it just cuts straight through the conveyor belts. But again, it's hidden for a reason. It's kind of the whole point of it. I'm never going to be back in here again, I don't think, anyway, so it should be fine. That's why, again, I've done that. I can just come back into here, and before you know it, it's all gone. Solid. Very solid stuff. And of course, up here, everything looks fine. It's actually quite nice seeing all the pipes here. I love this. I love logistic floors. You guys know this by now, obviously, but I love it. I'd have rather almost that you didn't cut through there. So you know what? If I can avoid it, I might as well just try to, right? Then make sure that you're symmetrical to this. Great. Far better. Regarding this logistic area here, I'm actually going to be leaving this open. The only thing I want to try and do, though, is make it look a bit neater. I don't want to have everything closed off, because then there's like, you know, what's the point even trying to build anything? No one can see it. Unless it's like that in there, which looks crap, then I will just block it off. Block it off. You've got to block it off. That's not the lyrics, but now is. And again, you're half a foundation, just wrong. Great. Should be fine there, hopefully. Let's just double check that there's no dramas. We can't have this here. That's great. That's... wow. Can't seem to get the 10th one. Now we can. Brilliant. So regarding this, what can I even do about this wall then? You know what? I'm still going to go with this idea. Just bring it down by the half foundation. So you are fine. I think you're there as well. Like so. Yeah, that sorts that problem out pretty much straight away. Fantastic. And regarding this decoration, I'm going to go with a... I say decoration, it's the most basic thing I could probably add. That there. That there. Then try and find the middle points, which is 1, 2, 3. That way. Probably 2, I'd say. 1, 2. Oh, it is 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's 2.5. 1, 2.5. There we go. Obviously it is. Back there by 1. Have you go out to there. Cancel. Have you come out to there. Same thing here with you. Make you all in the right color here. Which is going to be, again, just black. Except you're going to be carbon. Then we're going to have a sign here. Saying... Q1 half 2 logistic. Oh, wow, okay. So it's the first quarter of the rocket fuel factory, and it's the second half of the first quarter, basically. Add some beams to the edges, if I really want to, yeah. See how it is for now. Then, you don't really need an image, do you, really? No. Color and everything's going to be fine, I'd say. Yep. Good enough. Okay. Actually, I quite like that sign. I know it's really basic, but just the way it looks in the position it's currently in looks fine. Yep. Good enough. So that'll then come out from there. You can see it be like, wow! And then we just move on. You guys all got fuel in here. Why are you a different color to literally everything else? Why are you a different color? What? Okay. Right. You guys are all fine in here. Everything's definitely connected. Let me just make sure. These should be connected. I'm pretty sure, yes. You got all the way down there as well. Then you go all the way down there. Yes, okay, that was quite important. But now that is done. Fantastic. What I want to try and do here is actually empty out all of my fluid buffers. The reason why I want to try and do this is just so I can see, actually even better, where all of my fuel pipes are, just very, very, very temporarily. Make sure that all my systems are working completely fine. What I'm going to try and do is go into organization. How many of these lines have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is the right number. Good. What we're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just do this. This will then clear out all of my current systems, which are the easiest way for me to spot if something has gone wrong, because then there'll be yellow lights everywhere. But if I was to do it now, slowly, it won't work because it will show yellow lights, meaning that it's got too much, let's say, heavy oil residue or too much water, which doesn't actually help in most cases. I'll then do one more at the end of these. That's too close together, isn't it, I assume? Normally if these are too close together, they don't work. Oh no, they actually do. Damn. Have they made pipe logistics easier or something? Because I remember I titled one of my last live streams something like, "Are pipe logistics as bad as I think?" or something like that. But I actually found this so far, I never know, we're nowhere near complete obviously, but I think it's alright so far. Pleasantly surprised. Why? Shim. And completely get rid of the full network. Great. Yes, everything above me should now be working. I am slightly actually concerned about power, because I don't think our power grid can really support much more of this. We'll see how it goes. We'll pay close attention, let's say. But I flushed all of that now. That's good. How are things looking? I should just be seeing blue and green. I can see some yellow lights instantly. Next to our heavy oil residue. Are you spaghetti? I have said 4 times it's temporary, man. One. When it comes to you lot, get rid of all of this. See, the fact that you are halfway empty and then the other one was pretty much completely full is interesting. Okay, we are starting to see some polymer resin. It doesn't quite look like 1,000 per minute though. We'll see. We will see. How did I get into here? There we go. Can't leave it that way though, of course, yeah. Another hole into there then. Your internet crashed? I mean, you should have known though, like, look at the way I've done all my logistics in here. Do you think I'll just add that there for the fuel pipes? But it's fine, don't worry. How can I get out of there? Let's run this part now. Must be a way to escape. There we go, thank you. Too much polymer resin, which means that these lines here obviously aren't connected properly. No, you are connecting, it's just bugged. Oh, okay, it's one of those, is it? Still bugs. There we go. Let's fix that problem. You're not even connected. Oh yeah, because you go around there, don't you? That's fine. All of this would have been backed up. You guys have got a similar problem. Because you're not connected to here. That's why I do these things. See a nice stream of it now. Brilliant. You're not connected to here either. Again, polymer resin there being a slight problem to us. You lot should be completely fine. Yes, you are. That's great. Any other polymer resin problems? No. Crude oil problems? No. So crude oil isn't a problem. Polymer resin is no longer a problem. Good. I will very quickly try and empty a few of these if they're still yellow. Let's do it by hand, it's a bit easier. It should be empty, yep. Because again, the problem is if this all backs up, I then can't produce enough heavy ore residue. Which now means we're probably going to start seeing yellow lights everywhere. Yep. This is why it's important we test things, and we did, and now we know. Great. Although I have got 41 packaged oil. And people who don't, yeah, it just depends on what situation I'm in. Like this situation, obviously, it's not great. 0 heavy ore residue. Can't been that bad. Apparently it was. Okay. I have to let this run now for a few minutes. I did say I would check the MAM today as well. So, we'll do it down there. As I'm waiting for all of this just to work. If it's not problematic, yeah. Ooh, a good amount of fuel there in that one. That's good to see. Not bad. Dire. So, what were we able to unlock there in the MAM? If I just scan that for a quick second. Any good recipes that we need? We've got a couple. I mean, straight off the bat, it's just a fantastically Oh, wait, no. wait. Gonna stop the praise there for a second. I would use this recipe, but I'm using iron pipes now, so I actually don't need this. What's that? Plutonium fuel unit. Let's see. What are you using? Is that for the encased plutonium cell? No, that's plutonium fuel rod. I'm not using this recipe. So that's 2 recipes I don't really want. Absolutely no. OC supercomputers. Right, okay. Where am I using supercomputers? Most likely here for my turbo motors. No. No. No, cooling systems. Singularity cells. No. I know that I am using supercomputers for something. I don't know what. Oh, there we go. Supercomputer. So this is the one that requires... Oh, no. Okay. So I don't need either of these. No. I've seen these recipes 1,000 times. I've literally just had that one. I've just had that one. Eat. No. I've just had them. Okay, I must have reached a stage then where the only recipes I'm getting are recipes that I don't want. Which in my head sounds good. That's good. Okay. To end off the day, I now want to try and actually unlock rocket fuel. By that, I have to go to my aluminium facility. I've got enough space, good. Need them for biosculptors, alright. Yeah, we'll do all that complicated logistics when the time comes to it. Wrong way. Have I got my jetpack handy? I do. Let's go. Luckily, it takes a few seconds to get there. If I was to walk it, it would take so much longer. It really, really would. Also, that drone port's got to go now. I don't think I'm using that for drones anymore. Okay. So what I want to try and get is something from over here, maybe? Yes. That's what I'm looking for right there. How did I open 3 different menus at the exact same time? I need that, but I also need this. Select recipe. I think it's the container. Canister? There it is. 10 of these. Then turbo fuel. 100 of that. Then have to go down to sulfur. I can't do it because of that, so I've got to wait 6 minutes. Okay, I'll most likely do it off camera then. But yeah, off camera, I'm just going to unlock rocket fuel. We'll try and find the recipe as well for it either tomorrow or off stream. But regardless, thank you very much everyone for tuning in today. I hope that you guys greatly enjoyed the stream. Yeah, some great support today as well, so thank you very much for that. Tomorrow, if I'm live, which I should be, I will then be working on rocket fuel. Actually making rocket fuel, which is very exciting, and I am indeed looking forward to it. But without further ado, have an amazing rest of your day, everyone. I hope to see you again tomorrow. And without further ado, stay safe, Godspeed, and cheerio.